Yo, what's the deal? It's your player partner Bobby A. Jones coming at you once again. Hey, I hate to say that I was right, but I was right. About a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks back, maybe even as far back as a month, I had did some content about how the United States government is working with certain Hispanic minority groups to come over here across America and go into communities, mixed communities and communities that's predominantly African American and pretty much seize or take control of these communities. A lot of Hispanics said that I was delusional, I was delirious, I was lying, I was, grasping for content and whatnot. But as of late it has been more reports coming in from major cities. JG, what's the deal, man? Shout out to you, Kim, folks. Much love and respect. It has been reports around the nation coming in that a lot of these Venezuelan gangs are coming here to America, and they are going under MS-13. They are joining forces with the MS-13, and they are being transported to different cities throughout America to go into these cities and basically take control. So instead of taking it from me, I want you to hear the actual account of a young lady who is currently dealing with these individuals in her community inside of her apartment complex. Once I show you the video, I'll provide a little commentary. We can dialogue about it, but this is real. This isn't a game, and this isn't going anywhere anytime soon, especially if the Democrats continue to be in a position of power here in the United States of America. So when I say that it's time for us as African American, foundational Black Americans, or um, indigenous natives, or whatever you choose to categorize and classify yourself as, right? Now is the time for us to unify and get in a position to protect our women, our children, each other, and our communities, because it's happening. It's to a point to where you can't deny it. Even in downtown Los Angeles now, they're seeing an influx of these Venezuelans individuals crossing the border. Now watch this. One of my female kinfolks, she wanted to come out here to Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas probably what, 200, 300 miles away from Los Angeles. So I say, come on, come down here. It's all, oh, hold on, wait, hold on before I continue. And I want to give a shout out to my business partner, Miss K. And she has this excellent Miss K hair growth serum, right? So I've been using this for maybe a week, and I suffer from intense dandruff. I believe it may be what is it called? Dermatitis. If it's not dermatitis, it's psoriasis. But I get these thick, scaly things, patches and whatnot in my hair. But since I have been using Miss K's hair growth serum, my hair retains more moisture. It's softer. It's more manageable. I have my hair have grown a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? But it has a lot of benefits for using this. And if you know a ball out there, now I ain't gonna disrespect the sister, but if you know anybody that can benefit from this, man, contact me, and Miss K will ship you off some of this direct, man. But be warned, it has a pungent smell to it. It works, it's effective, but it has a pungent smell to it. That's the only con to this amazing product. But getting back to what I was saying. So my cousin wanted to come out here. I said, all right, for Chickadale, come on out here. She was like, how I'm gonna get out there? I don't got no car, I don't got this, that, and third. And that made me think, right? So if you're telling me that these individuals are trekking from South America through the jungles and tough terrain and whatnot, through Central America, through the jungle, through the forest, and things of this nature to get here to America, how the FUCK are they getting to Colorado? Are they getting to Los Angeles? Are they getting to New York? But it's like Dr. Umar Johnson said, the United States government is providing transportation to these different communities, and they're doing it in a strategic way. But what we got to figure out, why are they strategically placing them in Chicago, certain parts of New York, several different cities out in Colorado? But I don't want to bloviate. So what we going to do, we going to get into this video, man. And then if y'all got anything y'all want to dialogue about, let's get into it. You know what I mean? Let me share the screen. think this may be it right here. This is the one that's correct. Hold on.
All right. I want y'all to imagine something. You just got up at work from doing a long ass motherfucking shift, right? You come home only to find out Venezuelan gangs done took over your entire apartment building. Now imagine this. You got proof of the motherfucker that you live in this bitch, that you pay bills up in this bitch, that you pay rent up in this bitch, only for the government to tell you that there ain't absolutely motherfucking nothing that they can do about it. Because those motherfuckers are considered squatters. In the words of Jerry Live, this motherfucker done started in Denver, Colorado. It's only a matter of motherfucking when this shit starts happening every motherfucking where. What did Elon Musk say? And then they will come for our motherfucking homes? So now my question to Kamala. Yo, goofy ass was in charge of this motherfucking border motherfucking shit. But now that we got this goofy ass shit that's going to rapidly fucking grow.
It is.
You expect for us to trust everything you motherfucking say. Because I'm sorry, you and all your little blue motherfucking friends lied at that motherfucking that convention. Y'all was at that convention, whatever the fuck that was. Lies upon lies upon lies, because what the fuck are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing to help these motherfuckers that had to leave their goddamn motherfucking apartment? Where the fuck are they gonna go? And the crazy part about it is, the way that they seize this motherfucker, these motherfuckers have heavy artillery.
Artillery, my sister, man.
So now my question is, how the fuck is those motherfuckers that has been living there for fucking years, how the fuck they supposed to fight back?
Hold on.
Cause I don't know what the fuck Denver, Colorado problem is, but let this happen somewhere in motherfucking Michigan.
If y'all remember the live that I did, maybe about a month ago, Dr. Umar Johnson had already informed us that the United States government was going to give them weaponry. So this is proof right here. You feel me? The proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all would like to still deny it and say, "Oh no, this can never happen in America." Yes, it can happen in America, because if you have ever read the 48 Laws of Power, it says sometimes you have to do what? You have to stir up the waters in order to catch fish. You feel what I'm saying? Behold a Pale Horse, and several other books, it talks about creating disorder and chaos in order to come and create a new form of order, which is the New World Order. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to most definitely put us against these Venezuelans and these Hispanic gangs that's already here in America, that's working in conjunction with the Venezuelan gangs that's coming over here that's ruthless. You think the Hispanic gangs are ruthless. You think MS-13 is ruthless and don't give a FUCK. You haven't seen anything until you find yourself face to face with these Venezuelan gangs. You feel what I'm saying? They're still coming over here, and they still have that demeanor, and they still have the attitude of individuals coming from third world countries. It's like taking me, decorate me in a Crip suit. You feel what I'm saying? Khaki suit with a blue rag, blue chucks on, and dropping me off in the middle of Beverly Hills. I'm going to stick out. So when you see these migrants or these immigrants, whatever's the proper name to utilize when describing them, when you see them, they stand out, man, because they look a little more rugged than your typical Hispanic that's that's been here in America or that's been, getting deported and coming back and getting deported and coming back, they look a little more rugged than the Hispanic individuals that's coming over here, migrating over here and whatnot. But Dr. Umar Johnson had warned us about this. Other individuals have taken to the internet and warned us about this. Now you're going to start seeing it more. It's going to be more prevalent in your community.
Oh, baby, we getting our leg back. Fuck is you talking about? But because our goofy ass motherfucking government done funded these motherfuckers to a grand fucking point that they can do shit like this with heavy fucking artillery, then on top of that shit, if the government is not doing an absolute nothing fucking thing to help these motherfuckers, or when this shit blows the fuck up, when y'all are not going to help us, if the government is not going to help us, then that gives us the okay to defend ourselves, right? Because didn't y'all give us the freedom to carry? Or did y'all take that shit away from us? Just like y'all did fucking the fucking Hawaiians. So if it's okay for the Venezuelan gangs to ransack shit and get no kind of repercussion whatsoever motherfucking ever, then that gives us every motherfucking right. And when I say us, I mean us motherfucking Americans, even the motherfuckers that been here for fucking years. That gives us the absolute care to motherfucking defend ourselves. Because bitch, please. Bitch, please. I wish they motherfucking would. Alright.
There it is there. That sister just told you, you feel what I'm saying? This is something that she's currently experiencing right now in Colorado. And there's a lot of, commenters, a lot of people who are commenting in the comments and saying, hey, I'm in New York and we're experiencing the same thing. Hey, I'm over here in Houston and we're going through the same thing and whatnot. It may not have reached your region of America just yet, but I promise you it's coming. But like the sisters say, like, who's going to protect us and defend us from this influx of these immigrants coming in with the sole mission of seize and control and dominate minority communities that's mostly shared by Hispanics, but they're cool with the Hispanic, the Mexicanos, and the Chicanos and everybody that consider themselves Hispanic or Latino. But it's the black individuals who they see as being the enemy. You feel what I'm saying? Who's going to protect us? The only friends that we really got is ourselves, but we're so disenfranchised right now. And since brothers and sisters have been, talking about peace in the streets of Los Angeles, and you can get on YouTube and you can Google it, the Fruittown Pyrus and the Treetop Pyrus have put an end to their conflict among themselves and whatnot, creating this unified front for the Pyrus, right? So when you see these type of visuals and whatnot, you can bet your bottom dollar, especially with the Rolling 60 neighborhood Crips and the A-Trade gangster Crips, talking about making amends and putting an end to their wars and their beefs and all that, right? What you're going to see now, you're going to see an increase in gang-related shootings. And when you see an increase in these gang-related shootings, you're not going to have a description. They're going to say, well, there was a shooting that took place on 100 and so on and so forth. The suspect fled. No further information is, yeah. So you're going to see either the Los Angeles Police Department or their cronies. Their cronies. Who are the cronies of the Los Angeles Police Department? So if the LAPD refuses to go into the black communities and covertly unalive gang members, right, in gang infested areas and communities, if the police don't do it, then who do you think is going to execute this agenda? See, in the 90s, after a Los Angeles Police Department officer was unalive because he had went through a certain projects, licking off shots, and those guys was ready for war. They returned fire. He got unalived and whatnot. It was no media coverage. It was no investigation. They just swept it under the rug, right? That's when they got smart and they say, what we're going to do, we're going to invest more in creating division in between the Latinos, Chicanos, the Sureños, right, and the blacks. Then you see the race relations between blacks and Latinos deteriorate to the point to where it's now war popping up in Compton. It's now war popping up in the lower bottoms of South Central. It's now wars popping up in Torrance. You know, Torrance is now adapting the mind state that they don't like negros, they don't like blacks, and they begin to, you know, target blacks and unalive blacks and so on and so forth. And now in certain regions of the harbor area, now they're targeting blacks. But all this was fueled by the Los Angeles Police Department. What else was going on around this time? The peace treaties. When the Crips and Bloods came together and said, you know what, we're going to minimize and we're going to work toward stopping unaliving one another. So anytime we put forth the effort to unify and connect with one another, love on one another, respect one another, honor one another, they always throw a monkey wrench in our operation. Is always some type of government-funded subterfuge that put division in between us. So watch what I tell you, man. We almost at the end of the summer, right? Usually, you know, when I was a kid, it seems like beef reignites soon as the summertime, right? But it's being kind of cool, right? It's being kind of cool. But now that the 6 O's and the 8 trades is talking about putting an end to their beef, right? Now you're going to see more gang-related homicides, more gang-related shootings and whatnot. You're going to see them all over Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. That's my word. All you got to do is just chill, pay attention. Just like I was telling y'all, you know, about a month ago, that you know, that these Latinos or these Hispanics was coming over here and they were government funded and they were being provided weaponry and transportation to certain cities so they can go and wreak havoc. So now you're seeing it. And if you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Like I always say, man, research it on your own. You feel what I'm saying? I got a clip that I want to share with y'all, man, and I'm gonna get up off this thing. Let me find this clip. Let me see if this is the clip right here. You know, it's real, man. It is time for us to start paying attention to what's really going on, man. It's time for us to start moving, you know. Hold on, let me see if I can bag this up. And man, this right here is from years ago. So let me go out, or let me share this with y'all, man.
Refuse to address the problem. My own congressman refuses to address the problem. And I think the problem is black folks see all minorities as allies. And this is not the case.
Is he lying? Black folks see all minorities as allies against or in our fight against economic oppression, racial disparity, racial injustices. When the Hispanics was coming over here, they were facing it, they were dealing with it, but not at a level that we were, but we looked at them like our cousins. Hey, man, come on. Proposition 187, man, we're voting in favor of the Hispanics in Proposition 187. So we're going to vote for the Hispanics to have just as much rights as we do, because we're both dealing with the oppressive nature of the United States government and those who are in power. Every time it was an issue, you know, that the Hispanics, the Latinos, Chicanos, every time they faced an issue, here come the black folks. Here we go with our capes. Dum, 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 dum. How can we assist? How can we aid? How can we accommodate? What role can we play to assist you all in getting the rights that we fought and we died and we bled and we marched for? How can we help you so that you can turn around and stab us in the back? How can we assist you? Oh, well, you can do this, you can do this. And we did everything. And when they got in a position of power, they turned their backs on us. They act like they didn't even remember us. They act like we never voted in and requested certain legislation to be changed or certain laws to be created to protect them and give them the rights that we fought, we bled, we marched, and we died for. So when they, forgive me, I'm getting off track. Let's get back to the video.
Case, these people are not here for our common good. They're here for their own good. Where I don't have any ill will towards anybody,
None at all.
I also want to look out for my race.
There we go.
I'm a Black American. I've never used a hyphen, but I will refuse to turn my back on my race and see what's going on in South Central to my people and let these people come in here and just take over. I'm not going to sit back and watch it. And I think it's a terrible thing, a horrendous thing for anybody to see this going on and say, well, he's a minority like me, so I won't speak up. I don't care where he comes from. The key to this whole thing is stop the denial, stop the alliances of...
Pause. Ken folks, I want you to holler at me. Karma the woman. I want to highlight and paste your comment right there. And this is what this brother just informed me of. No Limit Gang in Chicago. We all familiar with the No Limit Gang. No Limit Gang in Chicago just lost a member. No Limit Calvin. Shot and killed by a Venezuelan gang member. This is a wake-up call. The whole country starting to tune in now. First and foremost, rest in peace to Brother Calvin. Whatever justice will be implemented, I pray that it's swift. I pray that it's fair. And I pray that it's fully executed. That's a wake-up call, homie. So we talking about this and we talking about that. But now we got an individual that's coming on here saying, hey, homie, a cat in Chicago was just unalived by a Venezuelan gang member. The cat name is No Limit Calvin. See, we can play, homie, and we can continue to feed in to this narrative and this propaganda and these, these for lack of better terms, man, these bullshit ass narratives that's obsolete, that's perpetuated. And constantly brought up by the likes of Whack 100, 600, the dude Butter from Chicago. Oh, Chicago is harder than LA, or the East Coast cats saying this. Not all East Coast cats and all Chicago cats. I don't want to be misquoted, right? But we can no longer be divided by this foolishness when we know what the agenda is. This ain't something that's just manifesting. This is something that's slowly occurring. This is something that's slowly happening, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it play out. We can't afford to continue to be at odds with one another because our survival is on the line. A lot of people don't hear me, man. In these type of situations, when you know the United States government is not going to give you any type of aid, when you know that the United States government and the Europeans is doing what they're notorious for doing, aiding and giving military aid, giving weaponry, same thing they doing in Ukraine, same thing that they doing in Israel is the same thing that they about to do with us with the Latinos. They're going to arm them. They're going to put them in position to where they can attempt to wipe us out because it's all going to be strategic. It's all going to be tactical. But we still set tripping. We still blinded by having on Dolce and Gabbana, Chanel, you know what I mean? Doing this and doing that to one another, degrading our women and all that. We cannot afford to continue living the way that we've been living for the last 30 or 40 years, and we got to stop. You think it's by coincidence that everybody is now joining in and being more vocal about peace amongst us? That's the universe telling us, our kids, my children, my favorites, it's time to change. It's time to come together because the universe and God knows the plots. The universe and God knows the weapons that they're forming against us, and intuitively, they're trying to give us a premonition to tell us it's time to get together, homie. It's time. It's no greater time than now. What we gonna let them get into the best position that they can? And it's gonna be a massacre on us, homie. How are you gonna protect your kids? How are you going to protect your old lady? How are you going to protect your family if we don't start becoming more conscientious to what's going on right now and unify and getting ready to organize so that we can mobilize whenever they make this plan? Not whenever they make the plan, forgive me, but whenever they execute the plan on us. But let's get back into this video of this brother telling us what's going on.
In other words, he's a minority like me, so I can't speak up against him. If this was white folks committing these lynchings to us in South Central, what's going on, there would be an outrage in this country. We have had firebombs thrown through windows. We have had people's cars burned in the driveway because they happened to move into the wrong communities. We had a lady who moved to East LA, came to the state from the South, not knowing what East LA was. It was an all-Hispanic community. She wasn't there one day. We had another man who was burned out of his house in Torrance last year. We had 5 murders in Hawaiian Gardens just because the people were black. This would not be tolerated if this was white on black crime. But the fact that these people come here, and it's the numbers, sir. It's the numbers. They come here in the numbers. They build up the Hispanic community, and they get this sense of power against us. And there are race riots in the schools every day in Los Angeles. It never makes the media. The black kids are being run out of the schools every day and told to go back to Africa. It never makes the media. We are having people who are being discriminated against on every avenue of society, economic, schools, even in our prisons now. They have drawn lines, and our prisoners in California are being beat and harassed and raped by Hispanic gang members who recently arrived here because of the numbers. My answer to you, sir, would be we don't need any new laws. Enforce the ones we got. If refuse to.
I'm not asking for the United States government to enforce its laws that was created to protect them and their chosen allies, right? Those that they carefully select and designate to be allies, right? What I'm asking for is for our people to unify and get ready to engage whoever it is that's attempting or think they're going to come up against us. It's time to unify, man. I'm not going to stay in this thing for too long and bloviate and all that. I feel like I didn't, drove home my message. It's time to unify, man. We don't got no more time to be playing and twiddling our thumbs and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't have time, homie. Rest in peace to No Limit Calvin, man. This man. I'm gonna read some of these comments, man, and I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump up off this thing. Shout out to brother Bobby Yates. Hey, much love, JG, man. I appreciate you rocking with your player partner, man. My partner JG say, Bobby, these Venezuelan gangs are terrorizing neighborhoods all over. Oh yeah, these Venezuelans is coming with a whole different swag. Nothing like the Sureño. Whoa, no. They coming with the brutality of those who are part of the cartel. They coming with the brutality and the rough and ruggedness of individuals from third world countries. You got to understand how they was over there living in Venezuela, homie. It was hard times. It was cracking. It was tough. And they're coming over here with that mind state. The United States government is pretty much giving them free reign. Hey, do y'all thing. Stay out of Beverly Hills. Stay out of Central City. Stay out of certain, Hollywood Hills. Don't come over here. But any community where there's a mixed population of Hispanics and blacks, and any community that's predominantly blacks, go do your thing. LA Hopkins say, good evening, Kim folks. JG say these illegals are destroying neighborhoods. Spirit Wonder said, wow, this pisses me off. JG say, legally arm yourselves. If you can't legally arm yourself, get close to somebody that can. And man, don't y'all know that the price of bullets is skyrocketing? Every time the price of weapons and ammunition goes up, it's always followed by a war, some type of war. The price of bullets is skyrocketing. The price of guns is slowly increasing. They're not skyrocketing, like the bullets. You feel what I'm saying? But pay attention to that. JG saying immigration has been a problem for years. Oh, this is beyond a problem. This is going to be horrendous. This is going to be an atrocity. This may be catastrophic. And then the Caucasians, once the rats eat the mice, then they bring in cats to eat the rats, then they bring in dogs to eat the cats, and then all these full dogs that then got fat and sitting back and they content. That's when the United States government is going to exterminate them. They're trying to get us out the way, homie. All this fit in with that narrative of population control as well. Don't get it fucked up. All right, JG say, who is that brother speaking? He's powerful. I'm not sure, but I will research and find out. JG say, Red Supreme did a show yesterday. Shout out to Red Supreme. JG say, them no limit dudes is dangerous. Well, we need to see that. We need to see how dangerous these no limit dudes can be with a foreign enemy, an invasive enemy, and an enemy that's coming to inflict pain, death, and destruction upon you. We're gonna see how effective these brothers is in engaging a foreign enemy that's coming to kill and don't mind killing, and they kill for pleasure. It's almost like a sport. AMLGB says, yeah, bruh, everyone is asleep. I'm very aware of what's going on. It's sick, degrading most of all. It's sick and degrading most of all. Yes, indeed. Don Mecca so. What's the dinner there, man? Much love and respect to my player upon my day one. AMLGB says correct. Champ say, yeah. Check out that cryo no limit is big news right now in Chicago. Wow. I didn't know it was this big, Ken, folks. I heard cryo was about to get busy. I don't even know who cryo is, but after I tune off of this, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to check that out. They here in Florida too, but they consider illegal by the state. So they kind of low key with it, but definitely here though. I was in Kissimmee, that's in Florida for those who know. I was in Kissimmee visiting my sister last month, didn't see no illegals. Okay, that's a good thing. AMLGB said, yes, bruh. This is a rude awakening for our people. I'm very well competent on these situations. Ken AM or Ken Am says, put CSP in Google. I most definitely will. YouTube CSP, you will see the Venezuelans no limit beef. Wow. How? I'm not going to even ask that. What is it called? A rhetorical question. Don't even ask that. Dr. Umar Johnson already told us where they're getting the military support from. We all know who's funding them because these illegals or these immigrants or these migrants is coming over here and they're getting $5,000 in food stamps, $3,000 a month. Here, stay afloat with this. Here, that'll get you right when you get to the States. That'll take care of you and your family. They go a few dollars to stay afloat, do your thing and, shit, go out there and, show them negatos, who's boss, who's more ruthless. But the thing is, are we going to engage them with the same ferociousness that we engage one another? Are we going to engage them with the same animosity and hatred that we engage one another? That's my question. I'm a man who likes to be in peaceful situations when I can be afforded a peaceful situation. If there's no peace, if we can't establish peace, the shit, we got to load up and get ready for war. And right now may be that time. And I know it's militant talk. I know it may be frightening for some to be living in this time right now, homie. You're going to experience a whole lot of shit that we haven't experienced in this century. It's about to get crazy. Stay tuned. It's about to get crazy. Karma Dawu Man says, No Limit Cryo just got caught trying to retaliate with a switch. Shaking my head. That's crazy. YouTube CSP, you will see the Venezuelans No Limit beef. Free No Limit Cryo. Cryo got caught on a drill. You're going to hit a nothing with a switch unless you close up. I agree. Those switches aren't very effective from certain angles and certain yards away. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into all that part. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all stay up and be blessed, man. Y'all stay up, be blessed. God bless y'all. Too Black, Too Strong. We all we need. We all we got. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, rocking with your player partner, man. I'm about to do some research about the CSP and No Limit versus Venezuelans beef out of Chicago, man. Y'all stay up, man. And y'all get ready. Y'all stay up and be blessed, man. It's your player partner, Bobby WAJ, and I'm tuning off, man.